Happy Halloween, boys and girls. I'm Mike.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Going to Bed with Mike and Steve. Tonight we start one of the most chilling books that we've ever encountered by the greatest horror writer of all time, R.L. Stine. It's Goosebumps, motherfuckers! And we chose maybe the greatest number 42 in any series of 42 or more books, Egg Monsters from Mars. Now, before we begin, and I know that they say, Steve, that you should never judge a book by its cover, but I do have some comments about the cover.
Yes.
So if you look at it, you've got okay, so there's sort of like a psychedelic kitchen. You've got about a dozen eggs. Actually, there's 10 eggs, so there's 5 in the front row, presumably 5 in the back row. And we've got in the back row, there's a giant green egg with presumably what is one of the egg monsters from Mars leaking out of it.
Green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and ham. That's why everybody in the Dr. Seuss books
does not want to eat that green egg
because that's
what it is.
Because it's full of egg monsters. So Sam I Am was trying to get him to eat the green eggs. So the narrator of Green Eggs and Ham was totally in the right, because you look at this thing and I think you're basically looking at, I don't think it comes out looking any different on the other end after you eat it, to be honest with you. But honestly, my biggest question about this cover is, when they bought these eggs,
they didn't notice.
They didn't know the egg is far too big for the lid on that egg.
Bonus.
The lid on that egg carton could not be closed due to the size of this giant egg. So when they went to the store, they saw the one carton that was not closed all the way due to a giant green veiny egg on the inside, and they went, "Yep, that's the carton of eggs for me."
But how do we know that that's the only one?
Oh, so they all looked like that. They went, I guess it's a special Halloween carton of eggs from the Piggly Wiggly.
It's green.
Oh, it's green for the holidays. It's good for St. Patrick's Day. It's good for Easter. It's
Christmas.
Good for Halloween. It's good for Christmas. We just need some red eggs up in here, and then we're having a holly jolly omelet. Woo! All right, well, why don't we jump right into this, Steve, with Chapter 1. Bum, 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 bum. My sister Brandy asked for an egg hunt for her 10th birthday, and Brandy always gets what she wants.
Yes, she does.
She flashes her smile, the one that makes the dimples pop up on her cheeks. Dimples don't really pop up, they pop in.
Yeah.
They're my brother's got...
She has inverse dimples.
Not inverse, because inverse would be in extroverted dimples.
Yes.
So she just got a couple of weird bumps on her cheeks that just drive all the boys wild. She gets whatever.
It's unique.
She gets whatever she wants with those two. I just like when I was doing that voice, I clacked my teeth together and it felt like I was gonna knock my two adult teeth out.
Big boy teeth.
She flashes her smile, the one that makes the dimples pop up on her cheeks, and she puts on her little baby face. Oh, little lumpy baby, you can have whatever you want, little
baby.
lumpy baby face.
Those sad eyes and those poofy lips.
How could I spray you in the eyes with mace? That's from the Kids Song album I used to listen to in the car when I was a child, Little Baby Lumpy Face. Opens her green eyes wide and tugs at her curly red hair. Please, can I have an egg hunt at my party? Although I have to say, this doesn't seem like
That's
a
not
totally unreasonable request.
Yeah.
It's like, the other kid's like, I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese? And it's like, Jesus, that's going to be $20 a kid. We got to get everybody tokens and pizza.
We got to buy eggs at the grocery store. Oh God.
No, this birthday party's going to cost us $6.95.
That's a little too much for you.
Let's hope she doesn't want dyed eggs, like multicolored eggs.
That's going to cost us like $8.
That's going to be a fucking Christ. She wants an egg hunt. Settle down, narrator. No way Mom and Dad can ever say no to her. They really should have. Their child is out of control. First it's an egg hunt, then it's a scavenger hunt. The next thing you know, it's a treasure hunt. The next thing you know, she's gonna, for every birthday, she's gonna want to get 12 friends together, load up in a private jet, fly off to Egypt for an archaeological dig around the pyramids and
discover a mummy, take the mummy back, and
set it up in a museum.
The mummy comes to life.
That's another Goosebumps book.
We're setting up the prequel here. Free of charge, RL.
If Brandy asked for a red, white, and blue ostrich for her birthday, Dad would be out in the garage right now painting an ostrich. Again, these two things don't seem comparable to me. I haven't had a birthday party in a while. I haven't asked my parents for anything specific, but I feel like they would be way more down for the egg hunt
than to
buy an ostrich and paint it red, white, and blue for me. That's just me. That's the way that I was raised. They might maybe
we don't have her parents.
We don't know where
we don't have her extroverted.
We don't
dimples.
know. Maybe they're growing up in a country where it's just the price of eggs and the price of an ostrich is comparable. Finland, I've heard the price of eggs, price of ostrich
about the same.
About the same. All right, so they're from Finland. Brandy is good at getting her way, real good. I'm her older brother, Dana Johnson, and I admit it. Even I have trouble saying no to Brandy. I'm not little and cute like my sister. I have straight black hair that falls over my forehead. Ew. And I wear glasses.
90s.
Ew. And I'm a little chubby. Ew. Dana, don't look so serious. That's what my mom is always telling me.
Why so serious, Dana?
Batman doesn't say that. No. So but I can't do a Joker voice. If I tried to do a Joker voice, it would be... Dana has an old soul, Grandma Evelyn always says. I don't really know what that means. I guess she means I'm more serious than most 12-year-olds. Maybe that's true. I'm not really serious all of the time. I'm just curious about a lot of things. I'm very interested in science. I like studying bugs and plants and animals and poking them with little sticks and needles that I stuck into the fiery embers of my fireplace. I just like to electrocute them, watch them squirm, just watch them.
When they're motionless,
their little lives are in my hand. I play God! Why so serious, young man? Oh, yeah, I think you got a God complex. I like studying bugs and plants and animals. I have an ant farm in my room and 2 tarantulas.
Ew.
And I have... you don't like tarantulas. We should do something.
No.
Would you ever be interested in one of those situations where you face your fear? Do you think that if
like
you...
Fear Factor type of deal where
No,
I'm in the tank of tarantulas
because
crawling all over
that's
me?
not about alleviating your fear. That's about...
like exploiting
your fear, right. No, would you ever be interested in like a situation where you go into a room and they've got a tarantula and it's a safe enclosed environment and you would play...
we were at Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
And the guy had that big tarantula.
Yeah, but you didn't go anywhere near.
I was trying to be smart. I'm like, I don't like arachnid. He's like, this isn't an arachnid. I'm like, shut up. It doesn't matter. And I was like, maybe I will. But I couldn't. I got close to it.
I don't know if I don't think I... Did I touch it?
No, I don't think so.
Was it was something available to touch? I touched the snake.
I don't know.
There was somebody with a snake and I touched the snake.
Mom would not do the snake.
But or would you do like a hypnosis where somebody hypnotized you and told you weren't afraid of bugs and then then we put you in the bathtub full of tarantulas?
You have to be acceptant of it for hypnosis. So
well, would you be accepting?
I don't know. Maybe potentially.
We should try it. We'll do it right here on the show.
Whoa.
And I have my own microscope. Last night I studied a toenail under the microscope. It was a lot more interesting than you might think. You're right, I don't think that would be particularly interesting.
No.
It's like, what'd you do last night?
I
went out with some friends, smoked a little weed, drank a little Jack, you know what I'm talking about,
What did you do?
Got crazy, went to the club, some chick gave me this lollipop, turned out it was full of E. Man, we danced the night away, then I brought her back to my place for a little of the old in and out. What'd you do?
I'm doing it again tonight.
And I'm doing it again tonight. Or doing her again tonight, you know what I'm saying. What'd you do? Hey, I was looking at the toenail under a microscope. Oh, well, you hope you washed your hands afterwards.
We can look at my thumbnail.
Look at that. Under the lamp.
Wow.
Beautiful. There's a whole world in there of See, I wouldn't want to look at a toenail or a...
You'd be like, ew!
Yeah, because then you suddenly realize all the little green creepy crawlies that are living on your body, and I'd have to take a bath and bleach, and then you'd find me, all shriveled and dead next week. I want to be a research scientist when I'm older. I'll have my own lab and I'll study anything I want to. Dad is a kind of chemist. He works for a perfume company. He mixes things together to make new smells. He calls them fragrances. Before Mom met Dad, she worked in a lab. She did things with white rats.
Did things.
Sad. That's sad.
Animal testing?
R.L. Stein bringing it down. Yeah, we do not approve here of animal testing
Of any kind, for any product.
Going to bed with Mike and Steve, we do not condone animal testing. Both of my parents are happy that I'm into science. They encourage me. Hey kid, why don't you go into the refrigerator and find any different scent you want and we'll mix it together. Yeah, and after that you can go out in the backyard and capture a squirrel and we can put electrodes in its brain and stab it up the butthole with a popsicle stick, huh? Oh boy, Mom and Dad. For science, we're encouraging you. Oh, Mom and Dad, you're the
best.
You're the greatest.
Science fair.
But that doesn't mean they give me whatever I ask for. If I asked Dad for a red, white, and blue ostrich for my birthday, do you know what he'd say? He'd say, go play with your sisters.
No, don't learn. Go
play with
do something you don't want to do.
Anyway, Brandy asked for an egg hunt for her birthday. Yeah, that was what this whole big tirade was. I think he's got a little bit of a complex, the older brother complex. I never had that. I have 2 younger siblings, as you know, they're your cousins. But I have 2 younger siblings, and I never felt that complex of like, oh, they get everything they want, and I never get anything. I always felt like it was more the other way around, like I got to do things that they couldn't do. You know what I mean?
Usually it's the opposite.
Well, how did you feel? You were a younger brother.
I think going through too, it goes both ways. Certain experiences that they've done that cause me problems, even though I've never done them. You know, they're like, parents are like, don't do this because your sister did this, or it's like they're used to all the tirades of other siblings, so it was a little bit of both.
But things are different in Finland, so...
Yes.
Anyway, Brandy asked for an egg hunt for her birthday. Her birthday is a week before Easter, so it wasn't a crazy idea. Oh, boy. He was just making such a huge fucking deal. Maybe the price of eggs was jacked way the fuck up right before Easter, you know, Easter markups. It's right. All the eggs will be half price after Easter, but until then, they're, you know, like $80 for a carton of 12.
For any holiday, get prepared, like, right afterwards. Just gather some things that you want for next year.
That's a Steve's tip about holidays.
Pro tip.
Like, buy all of your back-to-school shit now, and then you'll be all set for next year.
Yeah.
We have a very large backyard. It stretches all the way back to the small, trickling creek. The yard is filled with bushes and trees and flower beds, and there's a big old dollhouse, even though we don't... Oh, doghouse. Even though we don't have a dog. It's like a big old dollhouse in the backyard, even though we don't have a doll.
Weird.
Lots of good egg hiding places. So Brandy got her egg hunt. She invited her entire class. You may not think that egg hunts are exciting, but Brandy's was.
Hey, if I get an egg hunt, I want to be like super hard.
This kid's kind of... Oh, my mom puts... Did you ever do one of my mom's egg hunts?
No, I don't recall.
She'll hide them in the most difficult places on the planet, and then what she would do is she'd take obscure photographs of them, so you'd only see like the corner of the egg and a little bit of what it was next to, and you'd think that would make it easier, but you get all in your head about like, what?
What is this?
And you'd look everywhere. I mean, they'd take hours. They were kind of amazing. Brandy's birthday came on a warm and sunny day. And judging by how long this chapter is, we're gonna have to finish up chapter 1 next time. Happy Halloween!
Oh, man.
Happy Halloween, boys and girls. Happy
beginning of the
beginning of the Halloween season. Good night, Steve.
Good night, Mike. Good night, everybody.